Hey, I'm so sorry I took so long to get to you, but I needed to clear the energy, doing all those general readings, and it really is pretty soon for you to be getting an additional reading on this situation. We're supposed to do those 9 Tuesdays, as I had spoke to you about earlier, but I understand sometimes, you know, you feel desperate or you just want to see what's going on. I understand. I really do. Been there, done that. But I do remember my reader, the person I was going to back in the day, saying to me that you got to let the energy clear a little bit. I mean, at least a month between readings. She said she had people that came to her every week, and she says you got to give the energies a chance to move around, do what they got to do, especially when you're doing something like the candles and the prayers, and there's a specific um, amount of time for you to do that work. But I understand that you have other questions that have been just, you know, plaguing your relationship and your mind because you feel he's not being honest. And you'd like to find out as soon as possible, you know, what is going on. I get it. So what I did, I never really had anybody ask me straight up that whether or not their partner was um, addicted to porn, or if he had a Madonna whore complex, which you know is not uncommon. A lot of them do. A lot of men do. A lot of men do. Um, and there's nothing that they can help. It's not like they asked for that to be their thing. It's their thing because of whatever they experienced in their childhood to their young teenage years that caused them to have the complex. You know, um, Oedipus didn't plan on killing his father and marrying his mother, but it was predestined for him to do that. And that's why that happened, right? So I was just sitting here trying to get it together, figuring out what to do for you. How can we go about getting the answers that you need? And so I, did a little bit of research, and I took some notes, and then I also taking notes from Spirit as to, you know, what they have to say about this particular situation for you. So here we go. Men have a lot of burdens, and they face a lot of challenges to their egos on a daily basis. Porn is turning to an external device to alleviate their inattentions. They can feel restricted or confined in a relationship or in a particular lifestyle or way of life. It can get monotonous, it can get repetitive, or it just could be a lot of pressure that we as, we're not them. Everybody is different. You don't live in his body, and you don't walk in his shoes every day, and you don't know what is being said to him, what pressures he feels from his job or whatever. The fact that he's getting older, um, you know, more than a midlife crisis, a post midlife crisis. Um, some men buy, shiny new cars. Others run for president. Others watch porn and run for president and date porn stars. Never mind. I'm just trying to get you to just like loosen up, okay? Because I know this is a lot of tension for you. I can imagine. Um, Sometimes they feel restricted. They feel confined in a relationship, and watching porn is a form of rebellion. Men, some men, live disconnected from their true selves, and they're trapped in their own misery. Porn is an escape from their depression or living in a false mask that they're projecting onto the world. You know, it's like just a little escape, you know, mischievousness. Um, it's a way of blowing off steam. Um, but it actually ends up leading to detention because when you find out about it or you ask him about it and he's lying, that's just another layer of anxiety for him, not just for you, for him, because the fact that you're worried about it and you're asking him and you're questioning him, you know, this brings in anxiety, but it also means that you're paying attention and that you care. And sometimes for some people, especially if they have a little bit of narcissism going on, negative attention is better than no attention. And the fact that you're asking about what he's doing means that it matters to you somehow. Now, he could be denying it because some places and some, you know, I don't know where you live, but sometimes watching pornography is grounds for a divorce. And he may not be in a position where he wants you to have that as an ammunition against him in a divorce proceedings. All right. We spoke about before that he's not too sure whether or not he wants to remain in this marriage. Right. They deserve, you know, men deserve a little privacy. They have a right to it, you know. And we, you know, corresponded, you and I, about, you know, what is it about him watching X-rated movies is bothering you? And you know, said that it was because you think that, you know, there was just a little kinkiness going on that you weren't comfortable with. And, you know, it triggered you because of your life and your past experiences. So, if you know that you're triggered or that this is something that concerns you because of what you lived through in your youth, well, maybe there's things that happened in his youth that caused him to feel the need to do this. Besides the fact of all the other things that men do. I mean, it's not like he's doing anything odd. I think they said it's like 70% of Americans watch pornography. And I think they said the highest rate of pornography in the United States was in Utah with all those Mormons. What? But sex is a natural thing. That's what we were put here to do, right? Be fruitful and multiply. And we have decided to confine our societies into coupling. You know, everybody has to have a husband or everybody has to have a wife in order to move up in business and everything else. That's really not how it is in the animal kingdom, so to speak. You know, lions, there's a male lion and he has his choice of lionesses and that's how it is, you know. That's why I call it catting around, right? They go, you know, whatever. Most animals, very few, mate for life. Swans. I think there's a type of whale or dolphin that mates for life. But for the most part, even if you go through the Bible, you see that those men back in biblical days had more than one wife. They had concubines, they had harems, all kinds of stuff was going on. Wives were letting their handmaidens go in and, you know, sleep with their husbands either because they weren't able to, or they had just given birth, or they didn't want to get pregnant. You know, that's the whole reason that we have the problems that we have right now in Israel and Palestine, right? Because of disobedience. And the concubine had a baby by Abraham, and the concubine's child was the oldest child. But the fact that they weren't married, she and her child became the outcast, and Sarah's son became Israel, right? Was that fair? Wasn't that fair? God told Abraham that he and his wife were going to have a baby, right? And Abraham told his wife, and she said he was crazy, and God didn't tell him that or whatever. But they wanted a child, so she sent Hagar, her handmaiden, in to sleep with her husband. And sooner or later, she had a child. Oh, excuse me so much. It was a son, and everything was good. And then Sarah turned around, and God said, I told you that you would have a baby with Sarah, and this is it. And so Sarah, even though she was older, she did get pregnant. And she had her son, and her son, because they were married, he became Israel, and Hagar and her son were thrown out. You know, and that's part of the reason that we have fights with the Palestinians and the Jews and the Arabs, you know, whatever, all the different factions. But it all stems from that biblical story, or at least that's the explanation that they give us. Okay, so I'm so sorry. I really am tired. You know, had the cleaning ladies come today, so you know you have to clean before the cleaning ladies come. One of my friends, he was cracking up. He was like, "What is wrong with you women? Why do you all do that?" Because that's what we do. He said, so you're paying people to come over and clean, but you're cleaning. And he said, right, because you don't want another woman to see your house, you know, filthy or crazy, or, you know, anything you think isn't presentable, because you all are judging each other all the time. Clean the house. Can you clean the house? Can you keep a man? Can you cook? And he's right. That's how we judge one another. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves as women, and we put a lot of pressure on our partners, on top of the pressure that they have, just the fact that they're men. It's not easy being a man. That's why they're acting up now. Okay? Because they're like, you know, every nationality man, they're all acting up, you know, really behind closed doors. But anyway, what I decided to do was get the Romance Angel Oracle card. So I read through your email and the previous one, and like I said, I was focusing on it. Let me just finish this. Watching pornography is a form of rebellion. Men who live disconnected from their true selves feel trapped in their own misery. Porn is a form of escape from depression and from the false mask that they have to project into the world. Porn is a way of lowering our esteem, but actually, it just adds to the tension. Okay, I said that to you already. Porn asks nothing of him. It doesn't ask, what do you think, King? And it doesn't ask, do you love me? If he feels that he is in a relationship where his needs are not being met, and his opinions are never listened to, Pornography can be a way of him resigning himself not to expect anything about the situation to change. If you were to give him an ultimatum and he would have promised to stay and to stop, he's still going to do it. He's just going to do it in secret, like he did when he was a kid. And he's going to be hoping that he just doesn't get caught. But then now you're adding to the excitement of it. Why would he do this? Why would he tell you that he's not doing it and still doing it? Because nothing else in his life changed or gotten any better. He may be rebelling because he knows that it bothers you, just like a child would. Like the little boy that sits behind you in class and pulls your hair, and everybody says, oh, it's because he likes you. Just the fact that you're questioning him is good because it indicates that he still matters to you somehow. He knows that you're loving him. He knows that you're in love with him. But it just seems like he's going through that midlife crisis. And the desire to watch pornography it's just a form of escapism to him. It's not anything against you personally, per se. It's not. It's just the fetish may be just in the pornography itself. The whole idea that he's doing something that he shouldn't be doing per you. He may have gotten that same response when he was younger from his mother, or his brothers, sisters, his father, his sisters, if he has sisters. You think that he may be into some extra kinkiness that you're not ready to deal with. I mean, yeah, he's looking at younger women, but if that's the category that he likes, then that's the category that he likes. But you said that they look like they may be younger than they should be. You know, they're not. They appear not to be that old. Like they may not be 18. He just thinks they're pretty. It's nothing. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. That's what they're saying. It's not that deep. He just thinks they're pretty. And they happen to be young girls, but it's not like he wants to feel. You know, I don't know. I don't know what he's watching. But they're saying that it's not anything out of the ordinary. You know, it's nothing, you know, he's not dreaming of or thinking of harming women or harming you. He doesn't want you to be like the girls in the porn movies at all. At all. No. No. Mm. He wants you to just he doesn't feel like you accept him for who he is. Now, all right. If if he's getting older and he doesn't feel like he needs something to help when he's with you, but when he okay. So if he's watching porn, he doesn't have to, for some reason, he doesn't feel he doesn't have to take Viagra to get an erection if he's watching pornography. If he watches the pornography, he can get an erection, and then he doesn't have to take the Viagra. He doesn't want to acknowledge the Viagra. Like he doesn't want to need it. He's in denial that he needs it. But for some reason, psychologically, physiologically, for whatever reason, the porn gives him enough time to get aroused, to get into whatever's going on, and then release. But when he is trying to perform with you, he feels pressure. And he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to take he doesn't want to take the medicine at all. Okay. Okay. He doesn't want to take it. He doesn't want to take it. He's trying to, actually, he's trying to figure out why he can get an erection with the pornography. Maintain. Okay. Maintain an erection for a longer period of time. But he's able to achieve and maintain an erection for a longer period of time when he watches pornography, or when he is not allowed, or when he knows that you want to be with him. He just he can't. He make him nervous. You make him nervous. She makes him nervous. He doesn't feel like that he can maintain. He doesn't feel like he can maintain the level of sexuality on a regular basis with you anymore because he's getting older. And he's ashamed in a way, and he doesn't want to talk about it, and he doesn't want you to find out about it. He doesn't want you to clock in the Viagra pills. He doesn't want you to know how many he has, and he doesn't want you to know how many he's taken. Just out of principle. Just out of principle. He doesn't want you to know. I remember talking to my ex. Anyway, and we had been, seeing each other a long, long time. And I guess they give the samples at the doctor's office if they go to the urologist or something. Well, they have their ways of getting hold of Viagra when they want it. He didn't have to take it at all. But sometimes we would use it as a sexual aid, I guess. And we got to talking about it one time, and I asked him if he needed to take that, if he needed to go to the doctor and get a prescription for it. Would he let me know? And, we were very open with each other about these type of things. There was nothing off limits that we didn't talk about. And he told me that he would never let me know that he was taking it if he had to. He says it's different if we're playing and we're just, using it to enhance our time together. But he said, I would do everything in my power not to let you know. And I was like, why? He said, just because. No. It's a man thing. It's just, they want, I guess if you get to that point where you can't control your erection, or you can't achieve an erection, a baby just born can achieve an erection. I'm sure you've heard of babies, little boys, or anything. They pee on you when you open up the diaper sometimes. You get in the bath, you rub them down, they get an erection. They have no control over it. So imagine being at the point where he can't, the thing that he couldn't control before, he still can't control. It's not doing what he wants it to do. It's not cooperating. It's not listening. It only wants to see things one way. I'm just saying. These are just what I've been told to say. These are just the messages. It's a form of rebellion. That's all it is. It's a form of rebellion. He doesn't want to be dependent on anything. And he certainly doesn't want you to be up in his business about those pills. It's just trying to maintain some privacy. And it's like he's embarrassed in a way, and he doesn't want you to know that. And he doesn't understand it. He's still trying to figure it out. But there's a problem because he feels, I guess, if he really told you what turns him on, or if he even told you that he can get an erection on pornography faster, better, whatever, then he can get, when he's being intimate with you. That's not going to go over well. He knows that. He's not stupid. So, he just tries to avoid it. I mean, if you think about it, objectively, understandable. So anyway, I decided to see what we could do here. So I got some romance angel oracle cards, and I just started, talking and asking the questions to see. This is specifically for him, so this is really his reading in a way, not yours, because I'm going to try to focus and see if we can get some information here from Spirit about what's going on with him specifically. So First card we got for him was very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So he's got some kind of decision that he wants to make. Now, the bottom of the deck here was give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So this is something I think that he is trying to figure out if this is what he wants to do. The next card said, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. This is about him maintaining control. Next card up, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So there may be things that are going on in his life, with or without you, that he needs to work on and heal. But that's his internal work that he has to do. And that may help release him and stop him from being so shy about sharing this stuff with you. The next card, you deserve love. You are lovable. Okay. The next card here came up as two cards. First card said, make the effort. And the next card said, heart-to-heart conversations. So I think this is talking about you all talking and getting counseling. This is what I think needs to happen here. Now, will he be willing to do that? All right, so let's see if we can get any more information from the Rider-Waite Tarot for these oracle cards. So, okay, Spirit, can we get some clarification on the very soon for this? Oh, Page of Cups. So this is about some kind of news about love. Okay. Something that is it could have something to do with a water sign, Pisces. But this is a message about love. So maybe he wants to come to you and talk to you about what's going on with him in love very soon. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Do you have anything else? Okay, for the Free Yourself card, and I got, what came here? 4 cards came for us here. Okay. They're just jumping out. Okay, so you get okay. Alright. Thank you, Ego. The Free Yourself card was clarified by the magician. The magician. So he knows what to do to get out of it, to free himself. And that's why he's coming. He wants to talk to you. He wants to talk with you or talk to you very soon. He does know that he can get the help. He knows that it's available. The next card was the Three of Wands in reverse. Alright? So Three of Wands, he's looking in the horizon. He's checking out his options. It has something to do with sex because all of these wands are here and there are 3 wands there. It could indicate a third party, but I don't think so. But he does have his hand there, steady on one of those wands. He's holding on to those. That's the one he's standing next to. The other two are behind him. But his hand is on the one that's in front of him. And that came up with forgiving and learning, right? And this was in the reverse. So, I think he's saying that he's willing to work on learning and forgiving, and he's not trying to leave. He's not going anywhere. He wants to stay where he is. He wants to be with you. Ooh, you deserve love. All right. With a Hierophant. Okay. Hierophant can represent like the Pope or religious leaders. This could talk about legalities. It could be divorce. It's in the reverse. So I don't think he wants to get a divorce. The last card to clear the heart-to-heart conversations and make the effort was the Emperor. That's how he sees himself. He is the man. He's the boss. He's the dad. He's the head of the household. He makes the rules. But that's what he wants to. He's trying to make himself think. Okay? But these two cards make the effort in heart-to-heart conversations. With this guy here, I think he's trying to maintain his household. I think he's trying to maintain his marriage. The Emperor's a 4. That's about foundations, right? You got the Cups and Wands. And 3 major arcana. The Magician, the Hierophant, and the Emperor. This could also represent you being worried. Okay? You have your own powers and your own wisdom. He respects that. And he's a little afraid of it too. And that's why it's in the reverse also. Because you're out of sorts right now. You don't know what to do. But I don't think that he's trying to leave you. I just think that he's just having a hard time growing older. And he's a little ashamed of it. And he doesn't want you to leave him. I don't think that's it. He wants the attention of other women. But, So basically what we have here is that he wants to express himself. He's going to come and talk to you very soon. He's going to reassure you about the love, right? He knows that he needs to get help, and he is going to do it. He doesn't want you to leave him. He doesn't want to leave you. He doesn't want a divorce. He wants to maintain his foundation, his structure with you. Okay. So, let's see. Angel Answers card, and that's by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And let's see what they have to add to this conversation. So let's ask the question. Is he seeing, I had written down the question specifically. Let me see if I can go back over it, formulate them into a question that can be direct for those cards. They are a humdinger. Okay, let's see. So, the first question, not the first, but one of the questions that I want to ask is this a Virgo male that we're referring to here? Is he having a sexual relationship with any other woman beside his partner, beside his wife? So let's see what the angel answer oracle cards have to say. Is he involved in a relationship with any other woman? A sexual, intimate relationship with any woman outside of his marriage? No, with an exclamation point. Wow. No. The response to your inquiry is a full no. You needn't worry, though, as you will see why this is the perfect answer as time goes by. No. So he's not. Recovery. That's the other card that fell with no. He just wants to heal. He wants to get better. He wants this problem to go away. And he's going to work on your relationship. That's why you're getting the card of recovery. I think that's in reference to your relationship. Maybe he's going to agree to go to a counselor now. But also that's because of the work that you are doing with the candle. I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, recovery. This is a period of recovery and healing for you. The challenging emotions that you've been dealing with will fade away with time. Although it may be difficult to see it now, there will be a joyful future awaiting you. But for now, take all the time you need to regain your strength. This card can also mean that your recovery is nearly finished or already complete. Send words of gratitude to heaven and begin planning for the next exciting phase of your life. Very good. Now, recovery. Very good. So this is what I want to say here. Two things. First of all, you need to be grateful, show gratitude. You have your ancestral altar set up already, so thank your ancestors for protecting him and for ask them to help him find the answers that he needs to take care of himself physically. All right. Maybe instead of asking about him and porn, you might want to ask about him and when's the last time he went to the doctor. You know, does he need to have a physical? Maybe there's something going on that he's not telling you. I don't know why that came to me. But there could be something else going on that has nothing to do with sex. It could be something else that he has. And he knows about it and he doesn't want to share it with you. Okay. Is he hiding it? Okay. The question was, is he hiding an additional illness? And compromise came up. Well, I think that has to do with the porn, you know, that you're not averse to it. You are in a way, but not, you know, like it depends on what he was watching. And we had that discussion, you and I already. But I think that what they're saying is that you all need to find a way to compromise, but that's going to happen as you go to see to seek some counseling, which I hope is that you've already, you know, thought about it and made an appointment. Compromise. In order to create a happy outcome for the situation, you will find it necessary to compromise. Allow yourself some time to become clear about what is truly important to you. Also take note of matters where you would be open to changing your position. Work towards an agreement where everyone wins. Be open to cooperation that would allow you to get what you need while also assisting others in fulfilling their desires. Be objective about finding a balance between respecting everyone else's viewpoints and still being true to your own. Listen, if there's a problem with him, this is just coming here. These are messages that Spirit is giving me right now. And you gotta excuse me sometimes with that when it comes to this type of topic. My ancestors, at least the ones that I knew, very, very sexual people. No shade, no shame. So, if he's having a problem, then he can't maintain an erection. Unless he's watching pornography. You might want to consider making a video for yourself, of yourself for him. Send it to him on his cell phone. You could be masturbating yourself. Maybe if you did that, you videotaped it, or at least let him catch you doing it. Or make that part of your, like, the way that you invite him in, is to let him know that that's what you're doing. And would he like to come watch? Or would he like to join you? Just a suggestion. Just a suggestion. It could work. But those candles, the work that you're doing with St. Martha, it's 9 Tuesdays. That's the recipe. You gotta let the 9 Tuesdays pass. It's there's a version of that same prayer that I shared with you. That is for St. Martha, the Dominator. All right, the Dominatrix. And you know, she is very powerful, and you the prayer includes having him come to, you know, bow at your feet at the end of the 12 of this 9 Tuesdays. And that's not what we are looking for. We're looking for just some change. And you said that you felt and seen some positive changes in the 2, now 3 weeks since you started burning the candles. So my suggestion is to continue with this, because it does work as long as you focus. All right, but you might want to explore getting some counseling and compromising, finding a happy medium. But I think that what it is that he's finding that he has a better erection and more longevity when he watches pornography rather than when he's actually with you. And again, he's not seeing anyone else. No, with an exclamation point. All right? So, that's it. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. If, like I said, if it's something else, they're telling you no, and you will understand and know better later. Okay, so we got the answer on that. I think that we should be satisfied with those answers. I hope you are satisfied with those answers. So, you saw me shuffle and you saw them come out, so can't say I did it.
Hi everyone, this is your Patsy.
What the heck was that? The scene has a mind of its own. Don't worry though. I got my iPad in the mail today and it's charging. Hopefully. I'll find some way to hook it up. I like this though. I do like this in a way, but I really did like not being seen. So, all right. I'm going to just see if the Tower of Sexual Magic, if they will give us any further information. Okay, so do this real quick. Hopefully, because we're already at an hour. Ooh. Ten of Pentacles. This is about happiness, right? Positive ending. This looks like, ooh, luscious, sexy. He's gonna eat the fruit off of her. She is just enjoying this. This is gonna be some passionate love going on here. Hmm. This looks like there's like a mirror hanging over the couch there that she's laying on and he's getting ready to climb up on. And it's just reflecting her back at herself. Then she's not looking though. She's got her eyes closed. She's offering him something, but she's not looking. She's not looking. At the same time, she's trying to pull the cover. She has like a bed jacket on, I guess, the top of her pajamas. or kimono or kaftan, like this. It's like she's tempting him, but she's trying to act like she doesn't know she's tempting him, like she's oblivious to his presence. Hmm. I think this is saying that he does find you attractive still, but maybe you don't pay him enough attention. Hmm. That you're in control of the money, he feels maybe, and you're more concerned with the benefits, the fruits of your labor, your money, your coins. You're more worried about that. You're more concerned about that, or you keep more in touch with your money than you do with him, or your business. Maybe that's what he's, maybe money business. Hmm. Yeah, she it's like she knows he's there maybe, but she really is not really watching him, but she's tempting him with those grapes. And he is just going forth. But there's definitely a mirror over that couch. Let me see if I can get anything from the little information packet they have here. So it's the Ten of Pentacles. So we know that is like all money, right? It's like you have everything. You've got all the riches, you've got everything that you need, you're comfortable. This young lady looks comfortable too. This talks about desire. The magic of the mirror. Vanity is the soul of love. You must love yourself to let yourself be loved. You must love yourself before you can love another. Okay, not for nothing. I think that, they're saying that he has a right to masturbate. Right? You must love yourself before you can love another. That may be what it is that sometimes I've heard guys say, and not necessarily guys that I was having anything to do with. I worked with a lot of men, and most of my friends were men, even before I started working with a whole bunch of them. But I've heard them say, like, even like if they know that they want to have sex and they want to last longer, that they will go somewhere and jerk off first before they go on a date, or before they uh, get to the place where they're gonna, be with their partners. They'll jerk off first, or you'll hear guys say, once they've had sex and then they've come the first time after they have their recovery period, because some of them need 10 minutes, some of them need 20, some of them even need an hour. But recovery is recovery, and they need it. That's just the way they were made. That if you once you've had sex and you come, the next erection and the next session will last longer because it's going to take longer for them to ejaculate. So that could be part of what's going on also with him. Maybe he's trying to, do his own case study. Like I said, he gets a faster erect, quicker. He stays erect longer. He gets more of. He gets the erection quicker, and it stays longer when he watches pornography. The problem is probably what you're worried about is what kind of pornography is he watching. People have fetishes, but I understand your concern. That's why you all need to go get some help, get some counseling, talk to people who have expertise in these areas, and see what they have to say. Or go online, check it out. Just type in Madonna Whore Complex. Type in, why do men watch porn? Those kind of things in the search engine. You'll come up with some stuff. But I really, really don't believe that he is involved in anything like that. Nope. You're just going to have to learn how to compromise. Okay? Desire. He still wants you. He's just like, if he can't come correct, he's not going to see. That was a very, very unintended pun, excuse me. But I'm tired, apparently. So, I think it's best for you to continue to do the work. Continue to do the candles. Stop worrying about what he's doing. He's not doing nothing. He's just being a man. Okay? He just is being a man. If you tell him or restrict him on, give him an ultimatum, if you don't stop watching that particular type of porn, I'm not going to be, with you anymore. It's either that or me. You've got two ways. He can tell you, okay, so it'll be that, and it won't be you. Then what? Really? You're going to let your marriage go over some fantasy chick on Pornhub or wherever the heck else they gather? Really? That girl ain't thinking about you nor your husband. She don't even know who you are. I don't think it's worth a marriage over that nonsense. So he's either going to tell you, oh, I love you, I'll never do it again, thank you for forgiving me, you're so wonderful. He can tell you all of that, but he's still going to go do it because that's what men do. He's going to lie about it because that's what kids do. Don't put him in a position to have to lie about it. Just try to ignore it. As long as you don't feel threatened physically, like he's gonna turn into Dracula in the middle of the night. As long as you don't feel threatened physically, work on getting that counseling and find out if you can just help solve this problem between the two of you like that. But you just may have to learn how to ignore that. It could, he might think that you have control issues, and maybe this is his way, like I said before. Bad attention is better than none. Maybe this is his way of getting back at you. He knows this is something that worries you, but he doesn't want to leave you. He wants to make the effort. He wants to have heart-to-heart conversations. He is the king. He is the boss, and he wants to feel like the boss. And as long as you are not letting him be himself, you're going to have a problem. He doesn't want a divorce. He doesn't want to leave. He knows what to do. He's just waiting to do it. and he's going to tell you that he loves you. Is he having an affair with a sexual relationship with another person? No! Exclamation point. You're being told to compromise, and he will have a recovery. I want you to find out, though, seriously. There's something else going on. Has he been to the doctor for a regular checkup? You might want to inquire about that, okay? I think that might be a key to help all of this. Because it could be a physical thing, and he's avoiding it. Or maybe the doctor already told him, but he's not sharing it with you either. You know, doctor-patient relationship. He doesn't have to. But I think that you should see if you can find out from him what happened at the last checkup. If he hasn't had a checkup yet, then schedule one for yourself and him and go together. Chances of you finding out what's going on with him are better if the same doctor that examines him examines you. You know? I'm just saying. It's a suggestion. So, darling, I hope that this reading answered your question. I apologize for taking so long, but I have to get those other readings out, and then I need to rest a little bit. Okay? You see how many yawns came out of me just now, this evening. So, I hope that this is satisfactory for you. And I don't want you to ask for another reading until you have finished those 9 Tuesdays. And then the week of the 9th Tuesday. And you could be keeping notes as we're doing all of this also, your own notes, and see what the differences in behavior are. Because I'd like for you to get back to the class with that. Okay? But on the 9th, after the 9th Tuesday, okay. Okay, so you do the 9 Tuesdays of St. Martha. Once you finish with the 9th, see what the energy is. See how, if it has affected him, see how things are going between the two of you. When you, depending on what happens, well, why can't she do that right now? I know she didn't start it like that because I didn't tell her that. Okay, so when you go to do the 9th candle, this is the compromise. When you go to do the 9th candle, I want you to get some cornmeal, Queen of Swords, that's you, Knight of Swords, in the reverse. That's him. Problem with communication. He's afraid to talk to you about certain things. You make him, you intimidate him. But he wants to work on this relationship. Alright, so let's see if we can give him a hand, right? So you're going to get some polenta, cornmeal, grits, but yellow cornmeal would be the best if you can. You're going to get that and you're going to boil it like you normally would. And after the polenta is made or the grits is made, you're going to get a hard-boiled egg. Not lies, sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You're going to get a raw egg. but a whole egg. And you are going to take that egg and you're going to put it inside of, well, first you're going to get the grits or the polenta or cornmeal, whatever. Put it in a bowl. A green bowl, if you have it, would be helpful, but if not, a white bowl would be fine. Any bowl. Put the grits in the bowl. And you take the egg and just place the whole egg, shell and all, just a round egg, in the center of the polenta or the grits. And you're going to go and get, if you can, if they have this thing called Malta, M-A-L-T-A, it's a drink. It's a lot of times it's in the United States, it's carried in, delis and neighborhood stores. It's spelled M-A-L-T-A, and it's like a brown bottle with a yellow label, I think. You can get a small bottle of that if you can. If not, you can get a large one. If you can't get that, I was just told to say Guinness Stout. So if you can get hold of Guinness Stout, I guess it'll work the same way. Not the same way, but it's basically the same thing. It's like dark cane sugar. That's what the Malta is. It's like dark cane sugar. It's a drink. I'm sure it gives you energy. You're going to take the egg and the grits in the bowl, in one bowl, and you're going to get back what he, wow, where'd that come from? Get back what he left. I don't know what that was. Get back. Okay. So you're going to give the white candle or green candle to St. Martha on that Tuesday. And on that Tuesday, before you light that candle, you're going to make the grits or the polenta with the egg inside of it. And you get the bottle of Malta, and you put that next to it, and you dedicate that to St. Martha, and then you say that prayer. And then you're going to let me know what's going on, okay? Send me a letter, and let me know what happens with that. Anyway, darling, this is over now. But I thank you so much for your interest and for your confidence in me. I'm glad that I was able to help you so far. I hope you find that this message was helpful, okay? And I'll be talking to you real soon. Keep the faith. Keep on praying. Keep on believing. And he's not having an affair. According to the angel answers oracle, the answer was no. But you need to compromise. All right, sweetie. We'll be talking soon, all right? Love you. Bye.